So we're getting fertilizer put in here, but we ran out of gas. So my dad, he's grabbing some more gas for the pump here, and we'll get this filled up, and then gotta put some fuel in the tank here so we can run today. And we got enough seed for right now, but we'll get this stuff filled up and then head out to the fields. So we're back out here in the field. I gotta grab some fuel here, getting a little low, so gotta throw some fuel in here, and then I gotta grab the chainsaw. And there's a couple trees along that fence row there that's leaning way out in the field, so I'm gonna cut those back a little bit because they're probably a good 6, 7, 8 foot out into the field. So gonna cut those back just so it straightens the field back up some. But I think there's 2 or 3 of them I'm gonna cut back a little bit. I got the saw in the truck, so I'll go do that here real quick. And then I'm in these long rounds here from that woods up, and then the field kind of goes back off into there and then tapers off into the back still too. And my dad, he must still be back there. But I'm gonna grab some fuel here and grab the chainsaw, and we'll keep going here. Heading back to this fence row here, got the chainsaw there, and put the 100 gallons of fuel that I had in that transfer tank. I put that in here, so gave me almost full tank, so that'll run me for about a day, so that's good. And I'll get to these trees here and cut them down a little bit, just push them back, because they don't farm or nothing on the other side of it. All I gotta do is come and throw them back in the fence row, and it's the guy that owns this property actually lives right there, and so it's not gonna bother him any. And just gonna cut them down and push them back a little bit, get them out of our way, because as you can see there, it's definitely overgrown, and the tree about back right in there, you can see we go around it. So I'm just gonna cut them back a little bit and make it so we can farm this straight again. Got all the trees I wanted cut. Well, I'd like to clear them all, but can't do that. So cut down a couple limbs there, but back in there is where it really stuck out, and probably picked up 5 foot, so now we can go straight there. But cut down, I think, about 6 or 7 of them actually, so got that all straightened up now. But I gotta finish this Sendro, and then I'm gonna take this saw out of here because it's a little uncomfortable in here. But gonna keep going here and get some more done here. Oh, it's starting to sprinkle a little bit, so gonna put a tarp over these bags of corn here just so they don't get wet, because they will sprout and start growing in the bag if they get wet. So we'll just throw this tarp over it real quick and cover them up. Should do it. It ain't supposed to get windy, so we'll see if that works. So I'm just finishing up this Sendro. My dad's got a few rounds to make before he gets done. Then I'm gonna just head down the road about, I don't know, it's a little over 1,000 foot is all, so it's just right down the road and get into that field. And I think that's around, I think it's around 40-ish acre field, and hoping to get that done today and maybe get moved into the other 2 pieces, which is just right across the road from them. So we're just gonna keep knocking this stuff out, and it's working up really nice and everything's going good this morning. So we're just gonna keep on knocking the anchors out. I'm in this next field here. They're putting a pipeline in here. So I got the back, I think there's about probably 4 or 5 acres back there that we can't plant because they dug this all the way through here, and we can't get to the other side of it, so can't farm that, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. And just gonna work up the outside of this field, and it's a little wet along these trees here because it gets shaded out and it just stays wet all along here. But we're just gonna break this open here, and hopefully it dries out some. It was sprinkling a little bit, but kind of on and off. So they're calling for rain this afternoon, but I don't think it's it looks like it just falls apart by the time it gets here, but we'll see. But my dad, he's almost done with that field we were in, and he's should be about done with it, and then he'll move into here. And I'm assuming then we'd have to fill them up again. But this field, it's goes kind of odd shaped piece because there's a house right there, and then there used to be the house back there, but now they got that pipeline, so I guess it is square now. But it just kind of odd shaped piece with all these trees and everything too. But we'll get it knocked out here today and hopefully get moved. We got 2 pieces across the road, and there's 2 with a little tree line in between them. But we'll get this piece knocked out today and hopefully get moved over there. My dad got moved in here. He's gone back to go grab the truck and seed with fertilizer on it, and we'll get him filled up so he can get going. And it's about 12:30 now, so doing pretty good today. And my mom and girlfriend, they're coming to bring us some lunch here, so hopefully get this filled up and then they'll be here. We got a little dab of rain, enough to get the hood wet, and had to run the windshield wipers twice, but we're still going. It's plenty dry, so it didn't stick or nothing. And we're got my dad all filled up, so he's good to go now. And we're just gonna keep knocking these acres out. But as you can see, we still got some dust going, and it's going pretty good. Ground's working up really nice. And got a little bit of weeds right in through here, but nothing bad. It's going through the finisher, no problem. But we're just gonna keep at it and get this stuff knocked out here. Well, we keep getting these little rain showers. As you can see, the hood's got some rain on it, and had to run the windshield wipers, but we're still going. It's not really getting sticky or nothing. It's just more or less annoying. And just gotta run the windshield wipers every once in a great while. But it rained probably, I don't know, 5-6 times already, and it's just enough to basically dampen up everything. It's nothing to slow us down because we're still going no problem, and there's still some dust and everything, but it did settle it up quite a bit. But we're just gonna keep going here, and hopefully we do get some rain, but it's not looking too promising. But we're just gonna keep going until we either get done or we get rained out here. got moved into this next field here. We were right across the road over in that field, but they're putting a pipeline in this field too. At least this one, it's along the edge here, and then it cuts across into the back, and then it cuts through the woods right back through there. So they don't take up too much ground right in here, and it's straight at least, so it's not too bad. But still, we gotta go around it, and it, you know, it makes it a little crooked, but it's whatever. We'll just farm what we can of this year anyways. But my dad, he's almost done in the next, or the field we were in, or I was in, and he's just was doing the end row, so he should be hopping over here pretty soon. But I'm assuming he's gonna want me to go get some more seed, because we're out of what was on the truck, but he still got some in the planter. But he should be about done, and when he jumps over here, I'll get a hold of him and see what he wants us to do. But we'll just keep knocking these acres out and go from there. Well, he's out of seed, and it's getting late, so we're just gonna call her quits for tonight, and we'll come back tomorrow morning in the daylight. And starting to get dark, so we're just gonna call it quits for right now, and come back tomorrow with seed, and I gotta get some more fuel too. So we'll just be back out here tomorrow morning. So back out here this morning, my dad, he's grabbing some seed, and we'll put that on here, and then I got fuel up this tank. Then my uncle picked these up last night. We're gonna put them on this trailer, because when we bought it, it never came with lights or nothing, and little don't like doing that at night, so we're gonna put these on it. They're just magnetic, so all you gotta do is take that off, and then it'll stick to the trailer, and should have plenty of wire here to wire this in. And then got a 7 blade one to a 4-pin, because that's what I got here. I don't have the 4-pin one, so we'll see if we can't get this set up here, so then we have lights on this trailer. That way it's a little safer at night anyways. And then gotta put fertilizer in the tank, and then we'll head out here this morning. Keep coming. That's good. Well, we got the lights all mounted up here. They pretty easy to install. They're magnetic, but we put the zip ties around just to hold them on, and then we ran it underneath here, and then zip tied them up all along here, so they shouldn't rub on anything, hopefully. And got it all ran up here. We're gonna get that protective coating for it. We got that coming, so hopefully get that next few days here. But everything went together good, and lights, well, the running lights, they don't work, which kind of wanted those for night, but we'll just run with the flashers on anyways, because we only go about 45 with this thing, so we'll just run flashers at night, that way people can see it. But everything turned out good, so we'll get this tank filled up with fertilizer and head on to the field. So we're pulling up here. We're gonna get the planter filled up. We got some stuff our seed guy talked us into trying. It's supposed to help with the seed some and increase some yields or something. So we're gonna try it on this ground, because it's not the best of grounds, and he said it works best on our worst ground. So we're gonna try it here and put some on and see how it works. this is the stuff we got here. It's that's what it all does anyways, but it's supposed to push these down and then you shake it real good and it's powder in there, and then you just sprinkle it on. So we'll get this stuff put on here. So we got the planter all filled up, and you'll have enough to about finish this field. You'll need just a little bit more, but we put that powder stuff on. We're gonna try that in this field and see what it does, because our combine now has got monitors and all that kind of stuff on it now, so we can see if that stuff actually pays off. So we'll find out in the fall here what this crop does. But I'm doing the end rows of this field here, and I got this tree I gotta go get the chainsaw and get it cut up, and it's a pretty big one, so it's gonna take a little bit of time to cut that one up. But this field is almost surrounded by trees minus the road up there. But as you guys can see, these trees they keep growing over farther and farther, and shoot, we're about 4 to 6 rows over that we can't farm it anymore, and I just work underneath them just to keep the weeds down and try keeping the trees from growing out into the field. But we're thinking about buying a bush hog for our skid loader. That way we can come in here in the winter time and just kind of knock this stuff back some, just so we can farm what we're supposed to be farming originally. But you guys have any suggestions on brands of bush hogs or whatnot, just leave a comment down below. And because we're kind of looking at I think it's a Jenkins bush hog. I think they're out of Minnesota, and they look like a pretty good heavy built one, and they're reasonably priced, because we're trying to keep it under $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, somewhere around there, because you can buy some that are $13,000, $14,000, and we just can't quite justify that one, just because all we're doing is wanting to kind of keep back the trees and mow a little bit of grass here and there. Is nothing major. We're not going to be using it every day all year round, so just looking for a kind of a cheaper option. But right now I'm just heading, truck's right up there, so I'm just gonna head to that and grab the chainsaw. And I got a tree, I think it's somewhere right around in there. I gotta cut some limbs off of it because it's way over and stuff. But get up to the truck here and grab the saw and cut them up. Well, I'm about a little over halfway done with this field, and my dad, he's got a few acres done anyways, and he's right there, and the truck's right there. And once he gets over to the truck, we're gonna fill him up one more time, and that'll finish him out with this field. And then we're gonna move to our next field, which I think there's about 55 acres or so. There's 2 separate fields. They're about 25, 30 acres apiece, and we'll get moved over there and hopefully get most of that done today anyways. And we'll move over to our next fields hopefully the next day, because it'll be Sunday. So we want to move on a Sunday to the farthest piece, because it's roads are just better to move on a Sunday. But we're just gonna keep going here and get these fields knocked out here today, and hopefully get moved here. So I'm just coming up to the road here, and I gotta do the end row up along the road, and then I'm gonna fold this thing up here and head to the next field. And it's about, I don't know, about 8 minutes away, but it's on a road that's really narrow and it's usually busy, so hopefully don't have too many problems getting to it. But there's my dad, he's about halfway, a little over halfway done with this field, so he won't be too far behind me. But I'm gonna move this, and then my girlfriend's gonna come pick me up and pick me up to take me to my truck. And I'll take that to the next field where we're gonna be at, so that way my dad, when he gets there, we can fill him up, and he'll be able to do that field. And got the truck pulled across the road, so I got room to do this end row, but we'll get this knocked out real quick and get this thing moved. We're in this field now. It's I think about 25, 28 acres, something like that. My dad's over there. Our hilliest piece by far, and there's a big washout that goes right down through there, and then on this end row there's another washout, and it drops off pretty good right through here, and it's awfully rolly, but we managed to do all right in this field. And then it flattens out real, and I mean it's almost flat up there, but it's just right down through here is just real rolly and everything. But we about halfway done with it, and we'll get this field knocked out, and we'll get moved into the other one tonight, which is just literally right. Their guy's house is in the middle of it, and so we farm on both sides of his house, and I believe this side's the smaller of them, and then the other one I think is around 30-ish acres, and that one's not too bad. It's pretty flat, but we're just gonna keep going here and get this stuff knocked out here. So we're out here in the next field, and that tower right there, there's a bald eagle nest up in there, and thought that was pretty neat. Didn't see the eagle or anything, but definitely nest is definitely up there. But we're in this 30-something acre field here. We're hoping to get about half of it done tonight, because it's 6 o'clock right now, and we just came from that field right on the other side of them trees there. And my dad, he's just a couple rounds behind me, and we'll have to fill him up tonight once we quit, because he'll have enough to run till then. But as you can see, it is getting awfully dry here. Can't hardly see the finisher, and there's hardly any moisture left in the ground, and we keep missing all the rains, and was supposed to get some yesterday, but it just rained a little bit, and it's nothing, don't amount to anything. But their next 10 days there's no rain either, so we're getting a little worried, because there's just no moisture left in the ground. But we're just gonna keep knocking the acres out and get this corn in the ground. Oh, we're gonna get this filled up here and keep planting here. He ran out, so we'll get her filled back up and get some more acres done. Got my dad all filled up. Gonna go empty the rocks off this finisher, because we got the pallet all unloaded with seed, so we're just gonna put them on top of that. But get this unloaded here real quick and get back at it. Well, we're gonna call her quits for tonight. Got most of this field done here. Just got about an hour or so, and we'll be done. But gotta move tomorrow to, it's about 20-30 minutes, well, about 20 minutes away anyways, and gonna take us a little bit, so we wanted to get this done for the most part tonight. That way we can get everything moved. But we're just gonna park her for tonight and go grab the truck over there and head for home. Well, I'm just about finished with this field here. My dad, he's back there. He's doing that end row all the way along those trees there. And then there's a washout that runs right down through there. So there's a little piece on the back side of that and then up here. And I got all that done back there, and I just got to do up over this way. So I only got maybe 20 minutes left because I got to do the end row up by the road too. But then he's got a little piece on the other side and then this side, so he's got about an hour or so to do. And but I'm gonna finish this field here, and then I'm gonna move to the next field. Then I'm gonna run home, and well, my girlfriend's gonna pick me up and take me home, and then we'll grab the truck with the seed and fertilizer, and we'll go over there. So hopefully by time I do all that, my dad, I'll get there before my dad does, so I can work some ground ahead of him, and then we'll start planting that field, and then he should have enough to do that field, and we'll get moved to the next one then. Made it here to the next field. Got a couple of these shovels are broke. This one wings broke off, and then that one, the far side there's bent, so got the couple shovels here and the impact, so we'll get this changed here while it's folded up. It's a little easier because it's on the main frame. So we'll get these changed and start working this ground. Well, I got moved into this next field here. It's pretty square right up along here, and then it goes back in there, which the road's right over there. But it's few acres in here. It's all pretty square now because we cleared. There used to be trees all along right about in there, and we cleared them out about, I think, 3-4 years ago now, and got this farm pretty nice now. And their guy that used to live here, he passed away about 4 years ago, and cleaned up the place for his wife. And in the back, there's used to have a bunch of old junk parts and stuff, and there's a whole engine back there I'll have to show you guys. But we pulled that up when ripped it this fall, and there's just a bunch of scrap iron and everything back there. But I gotta go get the truck here pretty soon because my dad, he made it, and I gotta go get that soon. But we'll keep going here for a little bit and then go get the truck. Got a big crowd of seagulls here today, but we're going at this pretty good now. My dad's all filled up with fertilizer and everything, so we'll be able to knock this field out before he needs filled up again. And then we gotta go, it's about 5 to 8 minutes down the road to the next field, and we'll have to fill up there. But just gonna keep knocking these acres out here. It tapers off and goes back to them trees back in there, but we're just gonna keep planting here and get this stuff in the ground. So I'm just about done with this field. I just got this little dab to do, and that end row up along the road. My dad just got from there all the way over to here, so he won't he won't be too much longer, but I gotta grab some fuel because this thing's flashing. I got some in my tank on the truck, so I'll grab some of that, and then I'm gonna move to the next field here. But I just got, I don't know, about 5 minutes here and get this thing folded up and fueled up, and we'll head to the next field. So we're in this pretty odd shaped field here. This is a ditch that runs all the way back along here, and it's real crooked. The only straight piece is that corner and that piece there. But we're almost done with this. I got probably about an hour-ish in here to do, and my dad, he's got about 2 hours or so. And I think it's only about 15-ish acres, but it's just so awkward shaped piece, it just takes forever to do. But and then we just gotta move right, it's just like 2 houses down from it, so it's not gonna be too far to move. And that's a 10-acre piece in there, and then it's I think a 90 piece right next to it. So hoping to get this piece done and that 10 acres done, and start doing some of that 90-acre piece, because it's a lot of, I think there's 3 or 4 separate steps to it, so got a couple short rounds, longer rounds, and so forth. But I'd like to get some of the shorter ones done tonight because it's a little after 5 o'clock, so I'd like to get some of that done so we hoping to get done in 2 more days here. But we're just gonna keep going here and get these fields knocked out. I'm in this 10-acre piece now. It's a nice square 10 acres, and it's just slanted from the road because it's crooked. But other than that, it's nice and square, and real easy farming ground. It's nice and flat, and but it's awfully dry still, and can't hardly see the finisher most of the time. And the packer, if it gets too fine, it starts dragging because it's just like powder. But we hopefully get a rain soon, but it's definitely not looking like it. But my dad, he'll be coming soon in the planter. He should be just about done here, and then he'll get started in here, and then I'll go grab the truck, and we'll probably fill him up again. Moved into this 90-something acre piece here. Goes way off over there, and there's about 3 different kinds of fields in here, or owners I should say. But one's just across the road there. You guys can't see it because of the sun, but my dad's over there right now planting a 10-acre piece, and he put the rest of the corn, we had 8 bags left, he put that in the planter. And then once he gets done over there, we're gonna call her quits, because it's almost it's 8 o'clock now, and sun's starting to go down, and we're getting kind of tired, so we're gonna call her quits for tonight, and we'll be back out here tomorrow. But want to get this field done tomorrow, and then we'll just have about 40 acres left, and then want to get those done the next day and get everything moved home. And but we'll be back out here tomorrow and see if we can't finish this field up here.